it's Troy, and just recently I found myself writing a lot about respect, or the lack of it, in relationships and marriages. Of course, we often see respect talked about as a topic among women who feel that they are disrespected by men. But here I want to focus on the dangers for guys of being disrespected in the sexual marketplace, and why this underscores the need to learn dating dynamics if you want to protect yourself and your sanity. But before I get into the topic, just a few brief announcements. Firstly, as always, if you want to read my accumulated writings on dating, sex and the sexual marketplace, then I urge you to grab a copy of my bundle of best-selling books entitled Renegade Dating Blueprint. The bundle contains 10 of my best books and is currently priced at just $39. Given that the full value is over $250, this is an amazing deal. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description below. Also, please take a moment to sign up for my daily email list. I send out a free article every day from Monday to Friday during the week on topics related to dating, sex and charisma. In addition, if I were to get deplatformed from every single social media channel there is, it means you could still get my content. So join the inner circle today, click the link below. And finally, please do give this video a like, then hit subscribe and notifications so you can stay up to date with all the latest content that I'm uploading onto this channel. Anyway, now let's get back to today's topic, respect or the lack of it. As I said up front, I've had occasion recently to write a lot about this because I've seen a slew of posts on Reddit where men have offloaded about the injustices they've received at the hands of their wives and girlfriends. Now, of course, I'm aware that when someone posts something online, it's only their side of the story, and it's quite likely that the other party has their own take on events, which may well exonerate them. But for the purposes of this video, let's assume that these instances happened as described. In the first of the posts I read, a man described how his girlfriend elected to dress in a Victoria's Secret slip to a slumber party where she knew everyone else would don their Abercrombie & Fitch slacks and hoodies. To make matters worse, she proceeded to get incredibly drunk and twerk with her girlfriends, displaying her lady parts to a doubtless delighted male coterie of onlookers. In the end, her boyfriend had to scoop her up and take her home in an Uber, in which she vomited copiously. In the second post, a guy overheard his girlfriend of several years explaining to her friends why he was not exciting, but how she still loved him because he was such a nice guy. Now, while this was less of an offence against propriety than lewd lingerie twerking, it was nevertheless a dagger in the heart of this man, who knew instinctively that his girl's confession meant that she viewed him with less respect than he'd previously thought. The third post was by a former Marine who'd left the service to join the police and buy a home with his wife, only to have her tell him that he didn't care enough about her and that she wanted a divorce. But when this guy did a bit of digging on Facebook, he discovered that she was cheating on him and planned to move in with another man. When he confronted her, she said that she still loved him but didn't think it could work, but perhaps she would decide to come home to him after spending some time with this new guy. Now, I don't propose to get into the rights and wrongs of each of these cases, not least because I can't. As I said, these accounts are one-sided. No doubt the women in each has their own take on what went down. Nevertheless, it certainly seems on the surface that in each case a particular ingredient was missing from the equation: respect. Because here's the thing, if a woman truly respects you as her boyfriend or husband, is she likely to go to a party dressed in her underwear, drink excessively and humiliate you even when you tell her that her behaviour is making you feel uncomfortable? And would a girl who truly respects her boyfriend describe him as unexciting to her friend? And would a woman who respects her husband go behind his back to have an affair with another man? Absolutely not. Now, the tradcon tendency in each of these cases would be to blame the guy. If you'd only been more alpha, held frame better, got more ripped, earned more, or whatever, then things would have turned out differently. Well, perhaps. But that is to absolve the women in these examples of their responsibility. And since each had presumably made some sort of promise of respect, even if implicitly, then they still must take their share of the blame for their actions. Anyway, this video is not about female behaviour per se, but about your response to it as a guy. And hopefully you can see that in today's sexual marketplace, you must find ways not only to command respect, but to hold on with it, and also to extricate yourself if that respect falters or dies completely. You see, in each of these cases, the man writing the post was wondering whether or not he should stay with his girl or accept her back, when really, bar any unreported extenuating circumstances, they should all simply cut their losses and walk away. Why? Because if you're shown disrespect, even mild disrespect, and you let it pass, then you are implicitly condoning that behaviour and tacitly agreeing that you are not worthy of respect. And even if your girl does come back to you, or you are able to get past the incident and fix the relationship, she will have lost even more respect for you in the process. Because how can any woman respect a man who doesn't even respect himself? Which is exactly why you must learn as much about dating dynamics as you possibly can. You need to understand game and frame so that you have options, so that if something like this happens to you, you are ready to walk without a second glance back, because you know that you are capable of meeting someone new who will treat you well. This channel is here to provide you with all the tools you need. And as I said earlier, you can also get all of my books on dating dynamics in my Renegade Dating Blueprint bundle for just $39 on the link below. Also remember to sign up for my email list, link below, and do hit subscribe and notifications for this channel to keep up to date with all of my latest dating dynamics content. Speak soon.